After McDonald's found success with the Happy Meal in 1979, it didn't take long for their competitors to try to catch up. In this series, we're taking a look at Wendy's and the different kids' meals and promotions that they've done over the years. This video is going to cover the 1980s, and so if you want to see the Wendy's kids' meals that came out in the 90s, the 2000s, or even the 2010s, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when those videos come out. As we're going through all the toys today, if we come across one that you had, I'd love to hear about that in the comments below. It's always fun hearing about the memories that different people have tied into these things. So with all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the promotions that happened at Wendy's in the 1980s. Like most fast food restaurants, the promotions started off pretty regional. For instance, here in 1981, Wendy's put out a series of cups for my favorite NFL team, the Cleveland Browns. Moving into 1982, there was also a special meal that tied in with the release of the second Star Trek movie, Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan, which does also tie this into the history of Happy Meals, where their first movie tie-in was the original Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Wendy's meal here came with a special box, but also a poster for the movie. From what I could find, 1982 also served as the introduction of Wendy's Kid Fun Packs, which would be the first iteration of the kids' meals that this restaurant would put out. 1983 would see the Kids Fun Pack turn into the Wendy's Kids Meals, and we would start to see some different prizes in there, some of those being stickers that tied in with the NFL, specifically the NFL Buddies. Though it's not directly tied to the Wendy's Kids Meals, I don't think that any video talking about the history of Wendy's would really be complete without mentioning Clara Peeler, who became famous for starring in a set of ads that Wendy's put out.
Where's the beef?
The Where's the Beef campaign was so popular that Wendy's started putting it on pretty much anything that you could think of. There were, of course, stickers, but also pot holders, and then there was even a song that featured the line.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
1984 is also going to see the introduction of Wendy and the Good Stuff Gang, which would serve as kids' mascots, run from 1984, and I believe up until 1988. That's as far as I've been able to find things that featured these characters at this point. The Good Stuff Gang was made up of 5 different animals. There was Cute Stuff and Overstuffed, which were both bears, Light Stuff, which is a rabbit, Hot Stuff, a cat, and then Cool Stuff, a penguin, each one of them representing different parts of Wendy's menu. Throughout the years, the gang would be included in different kids' meal promotions. Sometimes you would get stickers, there were little figures, there were different games, and even collectible cups. I honestly think they could bring these guys back in a new form, and they would probably be pretty successful. As we move along and take a look at 1985, we see that the Wendy's Kids Meal had a promotion tied in with Sesame Street. This promotion would feature different books that had Sesame Street characters, including Bert and Ernie and Oscar the Grouch. Moving forward another year to 1986, the GoBots would be featured in a promotion at Wendy's. This would include toys that would come with their own card backs and everything, just looking like real deal action figures, but also different coloring, activity, and sticker books. 1986 would also see a Christmas time release of a set of toys called Furkins, or it might be Furskin. That I think makes more sense actually. Anyway, this is a series of different bears that tied in with some little figurines that were popular at the time. Speaking of bears that were popular at the time, we'll move into 1987. The Disney cartoon Gummy Bears was featured in a promotion at Wendy's. In the promotion, you could find cups and little holographic medallions that would change depending on how you looked at them. Keeping with the bear theme, the next kids' meal promotion would be tied in with Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin is actually something that came up back in my best Christmas toy video that I put out back in December. And he was a stuffed bear that you could put audio tapes in the back of, and he would read you books. The promotion here would include a figure that wasn't just of Teddy Ruxpin, but also Professor Newton Gimmick, Flob, the little blue guy, the weird caterpillar thing was named Grubby, and then the purple guy named Woolly Whatsit. That same year, we also got a series of toys based off of the TV show Potato Head Kids. This is an interesting case because there's actually a set of toys like this also found at McDonald's around the same time. In fact, I had people in the comments on my McDonald's video saying, hey, no, these toys actually came out at Wendy's, when the case is actually, they came out of both. I like these next toys that were featured, the Wendy's Animal Cup Hangers. Little plastic animals that you could hang on the edge of your cup, and I think they're pretty fun, pretty cute. They came in different colors. There were a number of different animals available. And then that year, Wendy's also put out a Furskin book, which gives us a better look at what the toys actually looked like. The final set of toys you could find at Wendy's in 1987 were the Play School Bristle Block sets. These were some of those toys that I played with as I was growing up, but I had no idea what they were called. Bristle Blocks definitely describes them well. As we move into 1988, Wendy's had a set of cups that tied into the Lucasfilm movie Willow. These cups would change color depending on the temperature of the drink that you put in them. According to the comments that I read online, the water had to be pretty cold to actually make it be effective. The Play School toy line Definitely Dinosaurs would come to Wendy's next. And this is a toy line that I didn't know existed, and even though they weren't shown here in the kids' meals, the actual versions of this toy that you could buy at the store would come with little cavemen as well. And looking into those, they're actually pretty cool and something that I might actually want to touch on in future videos. This set would come with 4 different dinosaurs, a T-Rex, an Iguanodon, a Triceratops, and a Brachiosaurus. 1988 would see yet another line of the Potato Head Kids at Wendy's. And then the WWF, the World Wildlife Fund, not the wrestling, put out a series of books, one for giant pandas, one for koalas, one for tigers, and one for snow leopards. And there was also a matching stuffed animal to go along with each one of those books. As we move into 1989, the Alien Mix-Ups would be a set of toys you could find at Wendy's. These toys would be a part of the grand tradition of taking a toy in half and being able to switch out its different body parts, which would allow you to mix and match, thus explaining the toys' names. Play School would be back with another set of toys here in 1989, these ones being the Glow Friends, which would be based off of the popular Play School toy, the Glow Worm. The New Adventures of Mighty Mouse was a cartoon that was running at the time, so there was a set of toys that tied into that in the Wendy's kids meal as well. These toys would be suction cups, so you could just stick them onto pretty much anything you wanted. In the same vein of older cartoons getting a makeover, in 1989 we saw kind of a rejuvenation of the Jetsons, and that would have them showing up in different places, including here, and that would include here in a set of toys called the Jetsons Space Vehicles. Here the toys that you could collect were George, Jane, Judy, and Elroy Jetson, as well as their dog Astro and George's boss, Mr. Spacely. In 1989 we would see an expanded version of the Definitely Dinosaur toys, this one including 6 different dinosaurs, including a Stegosaurus, an Ankylosaurus, and a Paracephalopus. Around Halloween in 1989, Play-Doh would team up with Wendy's to give us finger puppets that you could make with Play-Doh using these molds that they called Fingles. This Play-Doh is special because it could glow in the dark. And then for the last promotion we'll talk about this decade, you could get toys at Wendy's in the kids' meals that tied into the Don Bluth animated movie All Dogs Go to Heaven. The characters you could get in this set going from left to right were Flo, Charlie, King Gator, Anne Marie, Itchy, and then the villainous Carface. Thanks so much for stopping by and taking a look at Wendy's kids meals from the 1980s with me today. If you want to check out the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s videos in this series, make sure to subscribe to the channel to get those notifications. There's also a bunch of different videos over on my channel covering different fast food franchises and their kids meals already, as well as a bunch of other pop culture videos. I look forward to checking out the comments that you left below. Thank you so much again for being here today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, you take care. Bye.